Okay, good morning. I'm on lunch break and I just had a discussion about the McKinney police officer, the incident that happened at the pool party. And of course, things got a little, I'm going to say heated based on people's different viewpoints. So I want to give my viewpoint on the McKinney police officer. And some of you might like this, some of you might not. But I think ownership needs to be placed where it should be, and that's in the parents. Do I think that the incident was excessive? Yes. But do I think it was necessary? Yes. Parents need to take ownership in what their children are doing and hold them accountable for their actions, as well as the parents should be held accountable. The first thing is when the officers arrived, the kids started running. People do that. You know, I get it. It's kids. Ooh, the police, you take off running. Where I say parents are wrong is that you should teach your children that when the police arrive to a scene, you stand there and you wait for instructions just based on you don't know what's going on. The police officer does not know what's going on. Secondly, everyone has or is in an uproar about, they reframed the black kids and not the white kids. The white kids weren't running. The black kids were. And I'm black, by the way. The first incident with the little boy sitting down, he told them to sit down. When he turned his back, they took off running. He chased after them. He made them sit down. With the little girls that everyone is again so upset about, he told her and her group of friends 3 or more times to leave. They chose not to. That last time when he told her to leave, she walked off and mouthed something smart and turned around to the officer. At that point, he grabbed her. No one's looking at the fact that she had 3 or 4 little friends that ran up on the officer. First of all, let me back up. He grabbed her. When he grabbed her, she started pulling away. You cannot pull away from an officer. At that point, that's a threat. So he had every right to detain her by any means necessary from Malcolm X. That's the first threat on him. Number 2, her friends ran up on him. That's threat number 2 on an officer's life. Again, these are kids, but kids kill too. Let's keep it real. Number 3, the other group of kids that were behind this officer ran up. One little boy bucked up as if he was about to strike the officer. At that point, the officer did grab his gun and he had every right and probable cause to pull the trigger, which he did not. Another officer touched him. He stopped. He refrained the little girl. And at that point, the other officer chased the other little boys and brought him back. Another officer walked over, put the little girl in handcuffs. Yes, she is saying, call my mom. At this point, he has not only been threatened 3 different times, not knowing who else is going to run up on him, not knowing how strong this little girl is or what the situation is, because again, they still have not figured out what's going on. So everyone is again so upset because he grabs her, he's holding her down, he has his knee in her back. What is he supposed to do? Calm her down, hold her gently? He's an officer. You do what an officer says when you're put in that situation where an officer has to detain you. Now let's get it straight, for real. We black. We are dealing with 430 years of systematic genocide. Nothing has changed. You are still black and walking. Are all officers bad? No. Are all officers good? No. But you still have to follow protocol. It's about, again, the parents and teaching our children to respect authority figures, whether it's an officer, whether it's a teacher, whether it's just a parent walking down the street. We are so quick to say, they better not touch my kid. If they touch my kid, all hell gonna break loose. No, your ass gonna be in jail with them. Now, again, I got sidetracked because this is very emotional to me. There's been so many black murders that I have said, that was senseless. That person didn't deserve that. Did this situation get heated? Yes. But what people need to be thinking about and thankful is that that officer did not shoot because he had every right to. We could all be talking about a funeral right now versus he pulled her hair. He didn't have to put his foot in the back of a 14-year-old's back to refrain her. She wasn't resisting. She started out resisting. So that's what happens when you don't listen to the authorities. Now, my break is over. I'm going to breathe. And again, parents, be accountable for your children. Children know what you're supposed to do. If you don't, then speak to a teacher, a coach, or somebody on what you should do when the police ask you to stop. And these situations will stop happening. Have a good day.